I'd like to chip in a bit concerning the invitation to the House of Assembly, and of course, the inferences that can be drawn from the actions of the governor, right from after the Supreme Court judgment. If you recall, shortly after the judgment, Governor addressed the press that he was going to implement that judgment. And as part of it, I don't know if it's because later on he said he had not received the copy of the judgment. But he went ahead to say the local government should be taken over by the HLGs, which means that he knows that the judgment nullified the local government elections. But I don't know if he knew that the judgment also stated that it's illegal to use administrators of any kind to run the local government. So it's conflicting. And then he went ahead to direct the RISIEC to fix date for election, and also boasted to the chairman that you are coming back. So it's always symptomatic of the attitude of the governor. He says one here and he says another thing in the next moment. Now, if you recall, I don't know whether it's been brought to your attention, the assembly, after inviting the governor to come and present the budget, I'm sure he's born out of their need to see that Rivers people will get access to their monies. The governor ignored that letter. In fact, it was reported that it was rejected. Instructions were given for the letter to be rejected. And it's surprising that when governor wrote to the assembly, no reference was made to that, whether by social media or by any means. I'm sorry, I saw your letter that invited me. Unfortunately, I was busy. I was doing no reference was made. It was totally ignored. And you see the items that are contained in that letter, talking about allowances and where to sit. The judgment of Justice Omotosho had stated earlier on that the assembly can choose where to sit. And they've been sitting, as you saw in the pictures. That's a very comfortable place where they've been sitting. The governor cannot now be saying, I want to appoint a place for you to sit. So you see, and then on Friday, they went to court seeking an order to prohibit the assembly from asking the governor to come and present list of commissioners. All this shows insincerity on the part of the governor in looking for solution to this problem. And of course, the assembly with this background, and then you see a letter on social media, it's difficult to accept. And I think the assembly was right to say, no, we're a different arm of government. You have to write to us in the proper way. The issue of who signed the letter is also there. But in my own opinion, governance and leadership demands a lot of responsibility. It demands a lot of trade-off. I don't expect the governor to play to the gallery by writing a letter and placing on social media. The time the governor will have stood surreptitiously to invite the speaker, I'll go to him, or the members reach out and say, look, this has come like this. We are sorry, this happened. I said we are floating and all kinds of stuff. Sorry, it's politics. Let us come back and see how we can move the state forward. We shouldn't be seeing letters in open space. Before that is done, we will be seeing that the speaker and the governor, the assembly members, are meeting in the interest of the state. But when you try to play to the gallery, it shows that there is a hidden intention, which, of course, I feel so sad is happening when everybody is looking to move forward and getting Rivers State out of the news for the wrong reasons. Now, coming to the issue of the elders, the call by the elder statesman. What will the elders say? But unfortunately, these are the same elders that discouraged this governor. Some of them went to court in the name of elders to challenge the presidential pact that was reached. And they are responsible. I have to give them that liability. They are responsible for a lot of all these things that have happened. Because when an elder takes a side in a brewing conflict, and then the next day you come, what rule as an elder? Who will give him credence? It's so very, very unfortunate. So as an elder, he has to say what he has to say, but he went to the war too early, and I don't think he has the moral standing to call for this kind of truth. If, assuming the assembly had been sacked by the Supreme Court, will it be making this kind of call? So it's unfortunate, and I see a lot of insincerity in what is going on.
So you are, saying that there's a lack of good faith from what you have seen so far, a lack of good faith in the letter transmitted to the assembly and also the actions of the governor. Is that what you're saying essentially?
Yeah, there is absolute lack of good faith, and it speaks a lot to the kind of governance we've had, because these are issues that shouldn't be in the media, that the governor wants to meet with the assembly after this kind of a protracted conflict. It shouldn't be in the media. Those are things that will be done underground. And is this kind of way of handling things, going to the media and saying things that shouldn't be said, that have made us to reach this point where we are? So there's absolute lack of good faith. The governor is meeting with the speaker or the members of the assembly shouldn't be a matter that we should know about even before the meeting starts.